Good morning. I want to thank Southern Bank and Springfield Business Journal for having us. It's a nice opportunity. I wanted to also share, my husband and I had 6 girls. So for the longest time, many years, I forgot that I had a husband because he was always downstairs in the basement in his office reading, avoiding teenage girls. Yes. When I was preparing for this, I really was like Mr. Curry and thought a lot about who I am and what I do and what are my strengths. And I think about other person's strengths too. It seems like everybody has a talent. The Bible talks about talents, and everybody has something different that is their talent. And when I work with people, other lawyers, I've had a good opportunity to learn from other people's talents. Some people are methodical. Some people are quiet. Some people are, their talent is being funny, and they connect with people in that way. My talent is kind of a bull in a china cabinet talent. And it took me a long time to recognize that that was a talent. And so this morning I would like to share with you a couple of stories about the bull in the china cabinet talent. My first suggestion is a be brave suggestion. When I was a young lawyer, I decided to open an office in Webster County, Missouri. I worked with a firm here in Springfield. And when I decided to open an office in Webster County, Missouri, I talked to other people. My husband lived in Marshfield. He worked in Springfield. But I thought Marshfield didn't have, Webster County is about 30,000 people, and they didn't have a female lawyer there. And I didn't feel good about that. Especially having 6 girls, I'm all about empowering girls. So no female lawyer in Webster County. So I decide I'm going to open an office there. I talked to people in the community, and I talked to friends who are lawyers, and they, no, do not go there. The judge hates women. He went through a horrible divorce, and he hates women. Do not go there. Like, well, that's a challenge. That means I'm going in that direction for sure. So I opened an office there, and it turned out that the judge who hated women turned out to be one of my best friends, and after he retired, I became his lawyer. And that was a good opportunity for me to expose myself to lots and lots of people, girls, too. So another story that I have is I had the opportunity one time. I'm in my office, I get a call from Joe Hills, who works for Legal Aid, and he says, hey, we have a new guy, and there's this case in Laclede County, and our new guy really needs some assistance. There's 2 lawyers representing this guy in Laclede County, and they're from St. Louis. Well, nobody likes lawyers from St. Louis except lawyers from St. Louis. So I was like, well, okay, challenge, great, okay, I'm in. This woman had actually, as a teenager, ran away from home. She signed a contract with this man saying that she wouldn't leave. She was used as a sex slave, and she, along with other women, were forced to do horrific things. There was a national magazine that took pictures of her naked, and Legal Aid got the case because she ended up in the hospital. They life-flighted her because he hooked her up to some electricity, and her heart stopped. So it was a pretty horrible thing, but we get to court, and here's these St. Louis people, and she's displaced. She lived in this place. She's left her belongings, all of her belongings, and so I say, I want her belongings, and they say no. I go back to my office, and this really bothers me, so I'm like, oh, we've got to get her belongings. That is just not right. So I have her come to my office. I tell my paralegal, I say, get in the car. We're going to Laclede County. We're going to that house, and we're going to get the belongings. And I call the other attorney and who's with legal aid, and I said, hey, you want to go? We're going. And he's like, I don't think my bosses would like that. So I get my gun, I put it in the car, I call some police officers. My paralegal drives us, and my paralegal says, I'm finding a new job. I am finding a new job. So we get to this in the middle of nowhere kind of place, and we get out. And this lady has called. We've asked the police to help us go to this person's house numerous times, and we couldn't get any help. So I tell my paralegal, I said, okay, I'm going to go to the door with her, lock the doors, keep the gun with you, and if something bad happens, call 911. So we go to the door. I'm beating on the door. He comes to the door. He barely opens it. And he says, what do you want? And I said, I want her stuff, and I want it now. She and I are going to go in here. She's lived there, so technically she's a resident of this home. And so we're going to go in there, and we're going to get all of her stuff, and we're going to pack it in my paralegal's SUV, and then we're going to leave. And while we were there, she shows us all these places that he's used to do this masochistic kind of stuff. And so it was fairly horrific. And so he shuts the door, and I continue pounding on it. Lo and behold, I get a highway patrol, I get the sheriff's department. He's called the police on me. So the police come, and they work with us. So we go in, we get all of our stuff, and then the next day, we contacted the federal government, the DEA and the FBI. They come to my office the next day, and they have my paralegal, bless her heart, take her to the location so that they can write a search warrant. So she is now driving the FBI to this person's home. So long story short, because I'm running out of time, that situation helped to bring down a whole sex trafficking ring. This person had a pole dancing kind of club, and he also had guns and drugs, and this woman became a witness, and an entire sex trafficking ring was brought down because of that bravery. Not everybody has the same talent. Not everybody has a bull in a china cabinet talent, but you have some talent. Capitalize your talent and use that talent to make the world a better place. Thank you.